I am Edward. Welcome to the Running Bama YouTube channel. I did not put out a video last week. I got attacked by pollen like severely. I had to really dial back my training because I was having to take Benadryl every single night, and it really affected my ability to get up in the morning. I still got about 25 miles of total like running miles in. Still got a couple workouts. The longest run I did was like 6 miles. So I missed my Sunday long run. But I don't think I've discussed it on this channel before, but I am asthmatic. I suffer from asthma. I take 4 different medications for both allergies and asthma. You know, albuterol, a rescue inhaler, budesonide, or Symbicort, as it's also known, which is also an inhalant. And then I take Singulair, and which is like an allergy pill, and then I take an over-the-counter allergy pill. So I take an allergy pill twice a day. But this time of year, when the pollen is out, when the pollen count is so high, like it really affects me. And it's almost like I'm sick. I'm not actually sick, but it feels like I'm sick. You know, I'm struggling to breathe. I have all of those like cold kind of symptoms, cough and runny nose here and there. But it really gets to me, and it got to me last week. But I made it through it. I feel better. It rained a little bit last night. It's gonna rain some more this week. It's gonna decrease that pollen count, and I think my body just adjusts to it after a little while. So I'm getting back into training. So I'm gonna put out this short video at the beginning of this week, and then I'll put out a longer video on Sundays like I try to do. But I've always said with this channel is, you know, I wanna be consistent, but you know, this is not my job. I do this for fun. So I'll be about as consistent as I can be, but you know, my health, my family, my work, all comes before this YouTube channel does. So welcome to the video. So today I'm just going to take you through a single workout. It's my Monday afternoon run. My son has a standing appointment. It's about an hour long. So I always have a free hour and the appointment, luckily is right next to a greenway. So I always run on this greenway during his appointment. I give myself about 40 minutes because I got to get him settled into the appointment. And then I go on my run for about 40 minutes. And then I want to be there when he's done with the appointment. And I carry my cell phone with me. They know where I'm at. They know I'm running up and down this greenway. And I actually kind of like to run about a mile out, then a mile back, then a mile out and a mile back. So I'm in the area. So I'm available if I need to be. So today I'm gonna do a warm-up half mile, and then I'm gonna do half mile repeats about as fast as I can go. I'm really trying to like get my mile time down so I can get a PR in this 10K, or get as fast as I'm able to go so I can start building on that. You know, my expectations for I'm 41 years old. My expectations for this 10K is that this year, they're not super high. I'm trying to get the most out of myself within reason, but I am 41. It's like father time is starting to take a toll on me, but I know that I can start. I really need to lay down these building blocks. I know I can get faster. So today I'm just going to do these half mile repeats. I'm going to take y'all through it. I'm going to shoot a little bit of video, and that's going to be the video for this week. So my normal average, you know, zone 2 running is about a 9 minute 45 second. And I'm going to try to get down to a 7:15 on these half mile repeats. You know, in my tip top shape, like in my 30s, I could run like a 6-minute flat if I was doing mile repeats. So I want to get down to that. But this is where I'm at. So I'll see y'all on my run. I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm finishing this video in my shed. I don't like filming in my house because I've got kids and everything in there. But I did finish my run. I will throw that stat up on the screen. I got 4 total miles. I did a half-mile warm-up, and then I started my half-mile repeats. I did 5 total half-mile repeats to get me to 3 miles, and then I did a cool-down mile, which I still try to do quick. So my half-mile warm-up, was nothing special. I think held like a 9.5 minute pace. And then I did my first half-mile repeat. I was trying to hold like a 7:15, but the way I see it on my watch is, I'm looking at the data as I'm running, and I'm seeing like a 7-minute mile, and I try to hold it to that as long as I can. Maybe towards the end of that half-mile repeat, I'm showing like a 7:10 or even a 7:20. So I achieved that, and then my second half-mile repeat, I think I was getting closer to a 7, and my third half-mile repeat, it showed me, I think, a 7:06 mile for the second mile. So that's 2 half-mile repeats under 7:15. So I overachieved there, which made me worry that my last 2 half-mile repeats I was going to underachieve. But I think I held a 7:08 on the third mile. So that was good. I overachieved there. I hit what I wanted to hit, so then I decided just to do that mile cool down instead of doing any more half-mile repeats. How did I feel doing it? Well, after the first go around of doing mile repeats and things like that, when I first started to try to get back into shape, I could barely break 8 minutes. So I feel good about being able to hold something close to 7-minute mile. So I feel like I can break a 7-minute mile and then hopefully get down closer to that 6-minute mile. So I feel good. I was definitely pushing it towards the end of those half-mile repeats. I was kind of just holding on with everything I had. The beginning of the half-mile repeat, it's like I was really running quick, but it didn't feel like I was pushing it too hard. So it's like it definitely fell off. So that's why it helps doing those things a couple times a week. Not every day, but for me, a 41-year-old with asthma, but it helps me. And I did want to talk about my asthma a little bit because I haven't talked about it in this channel at all. But I explained earlier that I use 4 different medications. I do the budesonide or the Symbicort. I do that in the morning. I take 2 puffs in the morning, and then I take a Buterol in the morning. And then I also take a Buterol before I go to bed, 2 more puffs. Normally, that's all I need. And then the Montelic acid sodium, or the Singulair is its more common name. I take that when I go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, I take like a over-the-counter allergy pill. Like, I actually rotate through like Xyzal, Allegra, and Claritin, and those are like the non-drowsy allergy pills. Last week my allergies were so bad I actually had to take a Benadryl, which really screwed me up because Benadryl like is drowsy. But I feel good about that. It has taken me a long time, the past several years, to try to rein in like what's going to make me feel good and be able to operate, because when asthma gets you, it really gets you. It's hard to continue to run when you're struggling with asthma like me. But thank y'all for watching the video. Please like the channel, like the video. Please subscribe to the Running Bama YouTube channel. I'm going to keep hitting you with more content. I'm trying to have a video every Sunday. This one's coming out on a Monday, but every Sunday I should have a video for you. Thanks for watching.